Hello traders, I'm Simon from FTMO, and today we are going to have a look at some successful challenges. Okay, so let's do this. The first challenge that I'm going to comment on is a 50k challenge, and this account was created on XM.com, XM Ultra Low Standard actually, and just by looking at this graph, you can see that the balance curve was not really going really well at the start, but it is really important to just stay consistent and just to keep hustling basically. And you can pretty much see that this trader wasn't really doing that well in the beginning, but he got out of the troubles. And in the end, he managed to actually finish this challenge successfully. So with 89 trades, he finished this challenge. His profit target was pretty alright, nothing unusual here. His win ratio is pretty alright. Risk-reward ratio, it's okay, I guess. And just by looking at this, you can pretty much see that most of his profits were actually made on the last day of his challenge, on 30th of October, as you can see here, right? And he did 18 trades with 27.5 lots and made profit of $4,000 which is a lot, which is like 80% of his goal. But whatever, he managed to do it, right? So he will actually move to the verification phase without any issue. And I guess let's just look at some of the instruments that he has traded with. Alright, so under his instruments, you can see that he traded all kinds of stuff. Many Forex instruments. And actually, when I see a successful trader, most of the time they trade usually like 2, 3, maybe up to 5 same instruments, but not like that many, right? So I personally think that if this trader focused on like 3, 4, 5 instruments, he could be way more successful throughout this challenge. All right, let's look at another one. All right, so this one has fairly similar beginning, but in the end, as you can see, he managed to do it as well. He actually pulled off 11 trading days instead of the minimum of 10, which is good. Otherwise, there is really nothing unusual. His average risk-reward ratio is outstanding actually. It's 2.5. So this means that his trades had really low downsides and really high upsides. And his trading was fairly consistent, as you can see from his daily summary. All right. You can also see that mostly his trades were done by shorting his instruments. And as you can see, he focused only on 5 instruments, which are euro and dollar, gold, dollar and yen, British sterling and yen, and US dollar and Canadian dollar. Here you can see that he most often traded with 3 lots or something between 3 lots and 2 lots. And yeah, pretty much overall just pretty good challenge. So let's just look at another one, and this one is really good. So this one was traded on Admiral Market, which is a really good broker in my opinion at least. And this broker never got to a negative balance from start. So yeah, he actually had just 13 trades, which is fine, you know. You don't have to open like 100 trades to pass the challenge. 13 is just fine if you can manage. And he had 70% of positive days, which is really good. Here you can see something a little bit interesting. you can see that his max loss is actually minus $133, but his max daily loss was minus $424. So how can actually this happen? You see, he probably gained some money from the beginning, and when he gained some money, then he lost more than 400. He actually lost $424 in one single day. But this wasn't from his initial balance, if you know what I'm saying. So that means that you can actually fairly easy violate your max daily loss without breaking your max loss when you actually gain some money from the start. He also reached his profit target without any issue, as you can see. He actually managed to do $145 more than he was supposed to do. And his win ratio is pretty awesome. Risk reward ratio is also pretty good. His trading consistency is also really good. You can see that he traded mostly with just one lot. Actually, here he traded with 2, and here he traded with 3. He or she, I mean. And yeah, overall, there is no huge spike or anything. So overall, pretty consistent. There is also nice balance between his shorts and his longs. And once again, you can see that he focused just on 5 instruments, which is British pound and US dollar, British pound and yen, and some other instruments, which he did not really trade that much. And here clearly you can see that he traded mostly just one lot. Alright, so what we are going to do now is actually open his MT4 platform and look at his trades. So before we even begin, and before you even do anything with your MT4 platform, it's always important to see that you are able to open any instrument. So you are gonna right click at your market watch and just click show all. This way you will see all of your instruments. And now you will go to account history, and here you can see that here are all his trades. If you cannot see the trades, just click here, right click, and select all history. So I did that. So this was his deposit, right? And here are his trades. Here are his losing trades, and here are his winning trades. So we want to see the winners here. So let's look at them right now. So this is on 15 candlestick chart. So one candlestick is 15 minutes, right? And you can just see how did the trade go. Here is his profit target, and here is his stop loss. So here was his biggest gain. It was a short on British pound and US dollar. And yeah, this was pretty great. You can clearly see that his profit target was triggered here, so he didn't end his trade manually, but he actually let the profit target take it. And if he did not do so, he could get even more. But like, this was his strategy, right? So like, why not? So another trade, actually most of the trades are done on British pound. So here, pretty similar. He caught a huge candlestick here, and it went pretty great, actually. So this was actually a long. Once again, you can see that his profit target was triggered here, and he's making pretty similar amounts here. Okay. Another great catch. Just imagine that he opened his position here instead of here. He could make like triple of this amount, right? And once again, his profit target took the profit. So this is actually British pound and Japanese yen. His profit target was not triggered in this instance, and yeah, he just closed it manually. And overall, pretty alright trade in my opinion. And here are just some smaller ones. Let's just look at one of his loss. Okay, you can pretty much see that this trade went against him, and in the end he was forced to close it in a loss, which is a good thing because as you can see, the market was going pretty much against him. Okay guys, this is pretty much it. Go ahead and follow FTMO on social media and see you guys in the next video. Bye.